It's 4:30 on WKYT this morning. We're tracking the latest after a convicted child rapist who had been on the run for a year was arrested right here in Lexington.
Hundreds of acres burned in recent weeks. Coming up, dry conditions and gusty winds fueled the flames of two forest fires in Madison County.
And 38 down and 2 more to go. The Cats are in Indianapolis this morning, gearing up to take on the Wisconsin Badgers.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning, and it's so nice to have you with us on WKYT. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. We've had a couple of gorgeous days in the bluegrass, and now rain is making its return.
Yeah, you know, I guess it couldn't last forever, right? Those showers and storms will continue to ramp up into tomorrow. Let's check in with WKYT meteorologist Jim Caldwell. Good morning.
And good morning to you. And you're right, we'll be tracking some showers and thunderstorms before you know it into our area. Already seeing some of the moisture just out to our west. Right now, though, because we had a warm front pass by overnight, we are warm. We're right now running in the low and mid 50s for the most part. You've got a 54-degree reading right now in Lexington. Comes in at 59, though, in Richmond. Very, very mild start to the day. We look out to our west. We're tracking a little moisture across Missouri and also into western Kentucky, and even more well off to our west. That's coming our way. Could spark some severe weather and even flood concerns. We'll take a closer look at all of that coming up for you.
Okay, a lot to watch, and we'll see you in a bit. Thank you, Jim. He is considered dangerous. A man convicted of raping a child is finally behind bars.
Douglas McBride was convicted nearly 2 years ago in Virginia, but never appeared for his sentencing hearing. U.S. Marshals Fugitive Task Force arrested him at a home on Pasadena Drive in Lexington yesterday. Monique Blair has more.
The U.S. Marshals Fugitive Task Force found Douglas Scott McBride hiding out in a bedroom earlier this morning in this house behind me. The same house they say he's been hiding out in for almost a year.
He seemed to be a nice guy. He tells me that he's from Florida, and but he has been a nice guy to us. Been a good neighbor, but now he keeps to himself.
Wade Ballard lives next door to the home Douglas Scott McBride has been hiding out in. Ballard says when the man who lives in the home came back from a trip to Florida last year, McBride was with him and has been staying with him ever since.
I have tried to ask questions, but nobody seemed to know anything.
Okay.
If I had known this, you could bet your bottom dollar you would have known it.
McBride was convicted of raping a child in 2013, but he skipped bond and never showed for his sentencing hearing.
That's sorry. That's as low as you can go, is to rape a child. It's pitiful.
When the U.S. Marshals Fugitive Task Force arrested him at the home today, McBride asked how they found him, to which they replied, with good investigative work. U.S. Marshals also found 1,800 controlled pills and 18 marijuana plants growing inside the room McBride was staying in. So he will also be charged with drug trafficking by the Lexington Police Department. In Lexington, Monique Blair, WKYT.
Scary stuff. McBride also faces charges for not registering as a sex offender.
A man is recovering this morning after he was injured in a crash. It happened on Cunningham Drive in Danville around 3:30 yesterday afternoon. Police say one driver turned left into a church parking lot and collided with a motorcycle. The motorcyclist was airlifted to UK Hospital. No word yet on the extent of his injuries.
Well, firefighters have been busy all week long battling forest fires. Crews in Rowan County spent most of the day yesterday dealing with a fire on Rodburn Hollow Road, that's near Moorhead. They say the fire burned more than 70 acres. Firefighters expect that number to reach almost 100 acres.
It's a Final Four rematch. UK arrived in Indianapolis last night for Saturday's matchup against the Wisconsin Badgers.
The Cats need just 2 more wins to make it a really perfect season, right? WKYT's Rob Bromley is in Indianapolis with a preview of Saturday's game. Good morning.
Good morning from Indianapolis. The countdown to the Final Four is on. Just 2 days now until it's Kentucky and Wisconsin here at Lucas Oil Stadium. And a lot of fanfare last night as the Wildcats arrived at their downtown hotel. All the talk of going 40-0 started long before this season started. And now, 2 more wins and it can become a reality. It has been an amazing journey.
In October, you know, it's hard for something like to think of and say, you know, you're going to be 38-0 in the Final Four. I mean, never been done before. And obviously coming in, I knew my brothers, we had a great amount of talent, but you never knew we were going to gel so well and this season was going to go the way it went.
It really doesn't matter. I mean, we went to the final game, losing however many games we lost last year. So, and that's the goal, to win the national title. So I really didn't expect it, but I mean, pretty cool to do.
The Wildcats with a closed practice here today at Lucas Oil Stadium, but the two coaches, John Calipari and Bo Ryan, will be talking with the media, and we will hear from 4 of the final 4 players, 1 from each team. That'll be coming up at noon today. Here in Indianapolis, Rob Bromley, WKYT.
All right, it is real now. Kentucky will meet up with Wisconsin Saturday night in the second game of the night in Indianapolis. Expected tip time is 8:49 on TBS following the Duke and Michigan State game.
UK fans didn't miss an opportunity to wish the Cats luck on their trip to the Final Four. Dozens of fans gathered at the Wildcat Coal Lodge yesterday for the send-off. Some fans waited several hours for their chance to see the Cats. They say it was worth the wait.
We want to see Andrew Harrison, the Harrison brothers. Really want.
Going to Indianapolis this weekend, so we really wanted to see him off. Just get a chance to see Andrew and Aaron and Willie and a few of our favorite players, so big Cats fan.
It's good timing because, of course, it is spring break. The Cats landed in Indy at about 9 o'clock last night.
Saturday can't come soon enough for the Big Blue Nation. The excitement is building as the countdown to tip-off begins, and many fans are getting ready to hit the road to join the Cats in Indy. But security officials have some reminders. All fans will be searched and have their bags checked as they go into the Lucas Oil Stadium and at all the Final Four events. Fans can only take in see-through bags or small purses that meet size requirements.
Folks, as far as if you're going to the stadium, you're going to the Fan Fest, you're going to the music festival, this is what we encourage, will allow people to carry inside.
You can see exactly what bags you can and cannot take into Final Four events by going to WKYT.com. And we also have a link to all of the NCAA's security policies.
So if you've been wondering about how to get to Indianapolis, we do have a traffic alert for Big Blue fans headed to the Final Four. The Indiana Department of Transportation encourages folks to use Interstate 74 instead of Interstate 65 to get to Indy because I-65 is undergoing an overhaul from Louisville to Indianapolis. It could slow drivers down. Plans to hold a strike on Thursday fell through for a discount airline. Pilots at Allegiant Air were planning a strike that would have affected thousands of customers. According to the Herald Leader, a federal court issued a temporary restraining order to block the strike. The pilots are upset over the company's change in crew scheduling. This weekend is one of the airline's busiest, with, of course, the NCAA tournament and Easter. The airline says all scheduled flights are expected to operate normally.
One young UK fan's wish has come true. 4-year-old Olivia goes to Child Development Center of the Bluegrass, and she has cerebral palsy. She loves UK star Willie CauleyStein.
He's got a fan. Well, yesterday she went out to lunch with him at the Wildcat Coal Lodge. WKYT's Garrett Weimer shows us how they spent a special day for everyone involved.
Hi, Willie CauleyStein.
Meet Olivia. She has a bit of a crush.
What are you going to do with Willie CauleyStein? Man.
She did get to meet him after her teacher posted this video to YouTube.
And lo and behold, here we are the week before the Final Four game, and he's made her a priority.
Tipton says Willie CauleyStein, just a tad taller than Olivia, took her out to lunch.
He was a gentleman. He treated her like a lady and made her feel special.
Tipton says it was a special moment for little Olivia, but it was also something touching for her to see.
We come to know and love these children as our own children, and to see someone take an interest in them and show value in them for who they are just touches our hearts and overwhelms us with emotion. I really don't have a lot of words to describe how it feels right now.
Say, strive for 9. Strive for 9.
As for Olivia, you can bet she'll be cheering on her man and the rest of the Cats in the Final Four.
Right, baby, go Cats. Go Cats.
After all, for Olivia, this was more than just a lunch date.
She'll be able to treasure that for a lifetime.
It was her big blue dream come true. In Lexington, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
Awesome story there, and CBS Sports will feature Willie and Olivia as part of their March Madness Confidential special that will be airing after the tournament.
I love that.
Isn't that cool?
Oh,
nice story.
It's so sweet.
4:40 is the time. It's 20 before 5 on WKYT this Thursday morning.
Do your kids know Espanol? Moms Every Day explains how learning Spanish can give students a bright future.
And our forecast looks pretty interesting out there the next couple of days. Rounds of showers, thunderstorms, maybe some heavy rain. We have it all coming at us. I'll track it here in just a few minutes.